and he has a beautiful onyx figurine of a dog, and then he has a beautiful item that is a brooch also. So let's see. Do I have any pictures of? I don't have any images of these. So he says, I have a brooch of shielding. So what the brooch of shielding does, he says it will absorb. Basically, the gist of it is you can absorb 30 individual magic missiles before the item becomes useless. So he has that, and then he also has a beautiful onyx figurine of a dog, and he said that you can summon this faithful companion for 6 hours one time a week, basically.
Oh, throw that devil thing away. That's horrible.
Devil thing? What do you mean, my friend? What are you talking about?
Dogs. Oh, yuck.
I thought creatures of your type usually rode those into combat.
No, those are goblin. Those are goblin dogs and wolves. We don't like regular dogs.
Oh, the mangy, gangy looking, bald. Yeah.
They're almost as bad as horses.
He says, my friends, I will give you one of these items for helping me. You may choose which one you want. So there's a brooch of shielding and the onyx dog figurine. Which one do you guys think you would want? And he insists. He goes, I insist. You need to take one of these. You saved my life.
So if you insist, why don't you just give them both?
Why don't you give me a... let's see, what kind of check would that require? I would say, let's go with a diplomacy. I'm thinking, I don't think that would be intimidation. Let's go with diplomacy.
Can I use your bathroom or something? Because I don't think any of these boxes are proper for me to go in. But I really gotta go. I should have went before we came to the cemetery. I know King was telling me, he's like, always go potty before we go on a trip. I didn't listen.
He points you down the hall. He tells you where the bathroom is. You can go to the bathroom, sure.
Sorry, King.
So you know what? He thinks about it, Kang, and he says, you're right. If I was dead now, I wouldn't have use for any of these. So my friends, you can have both of these items. As he hands them over to to the party. So I will go ahead and add both of these items into the party sheet, and then you guys can go ahead and take them out whenever you want. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Wow, there's a bunch of stuff on the party sheet.
There is, yeah. It's quite a few things. All right, so there it is. They are now identified. You know what they are, so they will show as those items in the party sheet. And you got plenty of other items also. Yeah,
you got plenty of other sheet in the party sheet.
You've got all kinds of other sheet in the party sheet. Remember, you guys got a bunch of stuff from Myron also. Good old Thunder that was in his wagon. So you got a bunch of items actually in there. So you guys need to figure out what you're going to do with it.
I feel so much better now.
So yeah, you guys. So basically, he gives you the story. You know, he was overwhelmed by these demons and locked in here. He's been in here for, probably at least 10, 12 hours or so. And he's so thankful, thankful of you for saving him. He gives you both of the items. And, as he sees the church, how it's just destroyed, he starts to weep a little bit. He starts to sob and cry because his beautiful chapel is destroyed. He says, "Oh, it's gonna." He's choking up and in tears, and But after a couple of minutes, he kind of gathers himself and stands tall, and he straightens his shoulders, and he says that order will prevail, and that the good Abadar, with worship, the church will be restored. And he just kind of looks around and he says, there's a lot of work to do here. And then he says, oh, wait a minute here. And he walks over to the altar and he starts opening up the doors on the back of it. And he seems to be a little frantic. And he says, Oh no, a couple of our most precious books are missing. Oh no, the Manual of City Building and the Order of Numbers. He says both of these books are missing, my friends. They were here. They were here on the altar, and he looks around, and there's all these ripped out pages from the other books all throughout the temple, and he's kind of running around the church, and you're just kind of looking at him for a couple of minutes, going, what is going on? And he's picking up pages, these ripped up pages, and he's throwing them, and he's like, oh, none of the books were destroyed, but they're not here.
Emu kind of sees that, and he's helping him out. He doesn't read very well, so he just goes in and goes, "Hey, is this one it? Is this what the?" And he just picks up like random books. He keeps grabbing all the shit. How about this one? Is this one the one?
He keeps looking at the pages, and he says, "No, my friend, it doesn't look like those two books are here. The Manual of City Building and the Order of Numbers. They're both missing, my friends. I have to have these books. These are important for the town." And they're not here. None of the pages have been ripped out, and we need these back. I would love to have these books back. And nope, not that one either. Not that one either. But if you find these books, will you please bring them to justice? Not only bring them to justice, as he kind of looks over towards Kang, and he says, "Please bring the books back to me, because those are important books not only to the church, but to the town of Aberton as well."
Is there a picture on the book? How do we tell the book? Because it's not this one. And he holds up another one. Like he keeps grabbing all the hymnals.
Yeah, no. He goes, "No, my friends. I've looked at all of the books here, and none of them are those two books." But yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll put those in the chat, the two names of the books. And if you come across these books, then he would love to have them back for the church and for the town.
Yeah, we'll certainly keep an eye out for them.
There you go.
So how do you tell which book is which? They all look the same. And I'm actually looking at like multiple hymnals that actually do look the same. Every book looks the freaking same.
If you don't mind, we'll take a little bit of a rest here before we continue. And try to give Zero and Splug some medical treatment, and then refocus.
Sure. Oh yeah. He's still kind of shaking the cobwebs out, I guess you could say. Splug is. But then, as you're taking care of the wounds and everything, the priest, he says, "Oh, now I remember. It was the Lindell brothers. I believe I think their names were Jano and Bendo, but those are the brothers that they were here too. I don't understand why."
Were they kind of skinny and hollowed out looking?
They didn't look to be themselves, that's for sure. But everything just happened so fast, Emu, and I was just overwhelmed. That big hunchback creature, and he points to the one that almost killed everyone. And he says that creature was just so powerful. I couldn't do anything. I was just overwhelmed, and I had to fall back into here. And then, I locked the door, and then everything went quiet. And I tried to get out, and they had put something in front of the door. And he goes, I can see why I couldn't get out now. So yeah.
Where's that farm? The Lindell's brothers' farm.
Oh, it's on the other side of town. Let's see. Let's get the map of Aberton out.
Maybe they took that books back to there that you like.
That could be. Let's see. The Lindell Church is not on the map, but we're gonna say it's on the west side of town. So I'll share the map with you guys. We'll say that it's kind of down here in this direction. So what do you folks think? What do you guys think?
Like to use the medicine skill to use use my healer's kit to treat wounds on Zero.
Okay, all right. Well, I think you can do that for both him and Splug, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, and I think Kang, you have healer's tools too, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, you can do
So
it. I think you can do it one time per person until they take more damage, right? And then you can do it again, something like that.
Well, it's like an hour. If you fail, you can only do it once to a person per day, and then if you fail the check, it takes an hour to go back or something like that.
Okay, very good.
Let me know if you need any earwax.
Oh wow, nice heal on that, Emmy. Holy cow! If
So-
you need any earwax, okay. Pull out a big
Thanks,
strain of
Emmy,
it.
thanks.
Ooh,
I don't-
another nice strained one. Nice.
I don't have a code for that, but you had to heal 13 points to 0, which I think tops them off.
All right. And Kang,
Thanks, Emmy. I gotta
who did you heal?
Splug.
Okay. Yeah, so Kang's let's see, 0 is good. He has no wounds. And 10 to Splug, and 10 is he's also fine. So yeah, thank you guys.
You want to try to heal yourself too, King? It looks like you got a little cut there.
Yeah, I guess I'll give it a shot.
Nice. I like the bonuses also with the different proficiency levels, how it goes up. Oh yeah, you're fine also. You are at 0 wounds also. Looks like I've got all of the conditions off. It looks like we are good to go. So yeah.
Yeah, I will go ahead and, because magic weapon is only a minute, so I'll go ahead and take that off.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely been more than a minute. I like that effect also. If Doug for sneak attack. So that's good. I just got to remember to get the sneak attack.
I gotta put
condition
flat-footed on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get the flat-footed on there.
I've got one that I can drag from my sheet over that adds it for the very next action. I just have to remember to
get
drop
it
it
on
in.
there. Yeah.
Actually, I did that before, but then I think I did it too soon.
Do you guys want to go to the farm right away, or do you want to stop at one of these other places first?
There's some closets in that crypt up front too. We probably gotta take care of them.
And I'm wondering if there's anything upstairs. I look at the priest and I'm like, is there... Because there's an upstairs here,
There's
yeah?
his quarters. There's his quarters. And then he tells you that there is a storage room over here. And, he basically comes over here and he shows you that this room here is storage. So Splug will come over and it's nothing but storage. And he opens up the door. It was unlocked. But he says upstairs, because there is some stairs that go up from the storage room. And that's how you go up the stairs and
Well, ask the priest if he wants to go up there and check and make sure everything's okay before we leave.
Yeah, he goes up there, spends a couple of minutes, and he said that it doesn't look like those fiends even went upstairs. Says it seemed like they were content with destroying the church down here. And he says there's lots of work to do.
You might have to rebury some stuff outside. There's all kinds of, like, the farmers were digging up everybody.
Oh, he comes over by where you're at. He opens up the window there, and he looks and he says, "Oh, mercy." He says, we haven't buried anyone here for a couple of decades. The church has been full." He says, "Oh my goodness, there's so much work." And then he sees the broken window over here where Zero and Splug, and he goes, "Those fiends, they just destroy anything."
Yeah, that closet.
Yeah, those fiends, yeah.
That closet was horrible.
Those fiends, those evil creatures.
Dang fiends.
It's good that you sent them back to where they came from. He says, "Oh, we've got so much work to do, my friends, but thank you for saving my life, and I hope these 2 trinkets that I've had for many years, I hope they give you use to, as they were useful to me for many years."
Look what they did to your butt pillows. These things are horrible.
Oh, he says, "Those benches are so hard." He goes,
Yeah, that's rude. Because then your butt's going to get sore. And I'm like, those people, those fiends
Butt
should
pillows.
just be run out of town.
"Well, I think they have been run out. I think they have been run out of towns, my friend." He goes, "I've never heard them called butt pillows before. I've heard them called comfort pillows." But he says,
Yeah, for your butt. Because that's what you sit on.
He says, "Oh, you're right. You're right." He says, "I think
That's what I sit on. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, and he goes over to the storage room and pulls out a broom, and he starts to, he's trying to sweep up everything. He goes, well, it looks like looks like I'll be able to salvage a couple of these butt pillows. And he just kind of chuckles, and he says, well, my friends, I'm going to do a little bit of work, and then I'm going to have some more to drink and pray to the good Abadar, and then I'm going to turn in, and we've got lots of work to do. And he goes, my friends, feel free to hang out if you want to, but I'm going to return to my quarters, as he kind of leans the broom up against the...
All right. Hey, make sure if you have your service on Sunday, tell everybody after the service to stop by the circus, because we got a good show, and Zero's going to do some cool magic, and we got spoon action that you've never seen before. And
I saw the show last week, and I was quite impressed with the show.
And I've been learning some new magic, so should be amazing. Should be awesome. Tell everybody.
Sure I will tell everyone, and you're more than happy. You're more than welcome to.
And we have good butt pillows.
You guys got butt pillows?
Yeah, we're comfortable seats. Yeah, it's very important.
Oh, you've got built-in butt pillows then. Built-in butt pillows.
I think so.
He says that he's going to let everybody know. He says the church will not be closed on Sunday, so service will happen, and he's going to let everybody know to go to the circus again on Sunday. So, yeah.
So Kane will walk over to him before he leaves and kind of puts a hand on his back, and he says, I understand that we're in a land far away, but if you throw down your false gods, High Fang will accept all true believers. And he just kind of gives him a little bow and turns around. And
he kind of nods, and he says, too bad you just weren't a little bit younger. Never mind, bad joke. I had to do that. No, he just looks at you, and he says that, well, that's the great thing about our world. You can worship more than one God. And he says,
yeah, I worship King's God, too, because it's pretty powerful. I don't know all the details, but I'm going to worship that one, and I'll worship yours sometimes, too, if you got good skills. Well, anybody that heals me, I'll worship those people's
We are
gods.
Always looking for more members. But, you can see that there's more than one god that is worshipped in here also. So there's not only Abadar, but, about a dozen other gods and deities. So, yeah, they've got a pretty lax, they're really not restrictive on just worshiping one god in here. So
yeah, I understand. And, even though you're not a true believer, High Fang will accept you if you admit.
He laughs and he says, I will agree to disagree with you, my friend. And I think the same.
Have a good night.
He says, I hope our paths cross again. He goes, my friends, thank you again. And I don't know what else to say. You saved my life. And he puts the broom down, and he kind of walks into the storage room and closes the door. And
And I look at the rest of the party. I'm like, you guys are so funny over here.
The butt pillows. Oh, too good, butt pillows. All right, so what do you guys think?
Yeah, it's good. That was good. That was fun.
Yeah, where do you guys want to? Where do you guys want to head to next? And you also found out that the brothers from the farm were there as well, and and in fact, I'll even go as to say that Splug. In here, I'm doing a little bit of metagaming here, and I told myself I wasn't going to do this with Splug. But Splug goes out and drags one of the piles of flesh into the one that was not decapitated, and he says, oh yeah, those are the brothers. So he was able to confirm that those were the brothers from the Lindell farm.
Do they have any more Lindells, or just these two?
It was just two brothers.
So nobody's going to claim the body? Is it okay if we use it for our circus act?
Circus act? My friend, I wouldn't recommend doing that.
I might need a contraption to lift him up. Well, okay.
Contraption. You've got me interested, but I don't think so. Young emu. I don't think it would be good.
Well, we would use like pulleys and levers because that way you could have his hand come up and then go back down.
I don't
and
know
then
if
this
the
hand to
people
go
of
up and
Abberton
back
would
down.
appreciate that. I don't know. I don't think they would.
Okay. All right. Well, that's why I asked these questions. I want to make sure.
Yeah, I think the service will be dedicated to them on Sunday.
Okay.
And that's when he kind of heads out. But yeah, you guys still, you remember you got intelligence from the tavern?
Oh,
From
wait
the
a minute.
orchard?
What about that little? Can we take the body of the little demon fiend? Because he's pretty cool. We could stuff him and taxidermy him. That's the.
Actually, it disappears.
Oh, that's garbage.
After a couple of minutes, it kind of just vanishes. Sort of like when you're playing an MMO and you kill something and it just falls to the ground, you know? Yeah. So yeah, the corpses disappear.
Nobody's gonna believe it.
And actually, Kang, you would know that they're probably going back to their plane of existence to live another life.
And I explained that to Emu. I'm like, I know you have much interest, but there is much you need to learn. So this is one of the lessons that beings from other planes do not leave their bodies here when they die.
So does like a different fiend show up and take it with them? How does it do that?
I'm not sure.
So you don't necessarily know everything either. That's basically what you're telling me.
That is correct. That is correct.
Okay, all right.
There's nothing wrong with admitting that you don't know.
I like it how you say, so you don't know everything either. That is correct. Oh, that's good. So you guys have the orchard. You still have the tavern.
Well, there's a couple of little dudes
The
floating
mill?
in the crypt.
Yeah, we should probably go clear them out.
Oh, the little closets. Yeah, you guys go over to the area with the closets, and they're gone. You open up the mausoleum door, and they're gone. They're nowhere to be found.
They're probably on a different plane where they live.
Yeah, but as you know,
See,
it does look
I
like
learned.
you learned. It does look like this place has been ransacked, though. I mean, there's all kinds of those, the niches that were on the walls and stuff. And there's actually a couple of items that are kind of, drooped over in a niche and something on the floor. So there's you see that there's about 10 gold coins, and there's also there's a gold ring and a bracelet also.
Oh.
But it's up to you. You want to take it or not take it or what? It's up to you guys.
King will take it. In our country, we don't have no problem with. We don't bury anybody with anything. So.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like King even better now.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add this to the sheet.
I was going to suggest we take it, but then King may yell at me and tell me that that's not the right way to do it. So he said it's okay. So, hey, let's go back and get that other gold that fell on the ground outside next to those bodies that were dug up.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. So.
All right. So I added, let's see, the gold ring. It's just a normal gold ring. It's probably worth about 10 gold. You'd be able to sell it for 5. But the bracelet is definitely interesting. So it is it's got a bunch of stuff jangling from it, and it's in beautiful shape. It looks like it's definitely survived the test of time for sure. And it is it's a silvery bracelet, and it is so light. And it's actually an ankle bracelet. And yeah, you'll have to find out what that
Hey,
is.
if King wears it, it would be a cankle bracelet.
A cankle. But isn't a cankle where...
That's like where your calf and your ankle
It's
are
kinda
like
neat,
blend into
right?
one big piece. Yeah,
I
it's
got you.
cankle.
Cankle bracelet. All
That's a
right.
cankle cankle bracelet.
Jesus. So you have that. You need to find out what that is. And you guys need to read a little bit about identifying items. I've also, I've got that. I've got quite a few things. I believe it's a spell that
To identify him?
Yeah, to identify. And I think there's also a skill check that you can use also. It's been a while since I've read it, so I'll check that out again. So we'll check out the Canklet, and let's see. As for the items over there where the two brothers were digging up, the two possessed brothers, we'll say that there's a miscellaneous. Give me a D20 roll, someone. I'll take the first roll in chat. Ooh, wow. So that's nice. So I was going to multiply that by 2. So there's basically 36 gold worth of jewelry.
Cool.
So I was going to... All right. I'm going to put jewelry, 36 gold. All right. All right, very good. So you guys have quite a bit of stuff in the party sheets. So you guys, it looks like you got all the loose ends there at the church taken care of, the Golden Moss Church. Now, what say you adventurers? I'm going to take all the tokens off of this
What's
map.
the critical specialization effect of a weapon? What does that actually mean? Because like the owlbear claw gives a critical, but I don't see anything on rapier.
Yeah, every item from weapons to armor have something that will happen if you crit or if you are crit on. So if it's armor, it will absorb certain types of damage like slashing, piercing, or bludgeoning. So you'll have to look up your armor and make an effect for that on crit, damage. And then you'll also need to look up your weapon, because some weapons will disarm, some will break weapons, etc. So
It looks like a bow. Bow has a cool effect. An axe has a cool effect.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Longsword has an effect, and I actually did a crit, and I didn't use that effect. So there again, we're new to Pathfinder 2, so these are effects that actually critical effects also. Critical weapon effects. So make sure you guys look up your weapons and armor, and make sure that you get familiar with those. All right. So what do you guys think? Where do you want to go next? You've already taken care of the Golden Lost Church, so remember that tavern.
In the evening, we were going to go find the muggers, I think.
Yeah.
Because they might be responsible for the sheriff not being in town.
Oh, I would say that it is getting early dusk. So if you guys want to head to the Mad Mug, we can do that if you want to.
That sounds good.
It's up to you
Sounds
guys.
good.
You have.
I need a
Mad
drink
Mug.
after that.
Yeah, right. You got the Hofton Mill, and you got Olden's Orchard. So remember, Olden's Orchard is where that seemed like some type of enchanted boar, and its younglings attack someone. And then you have the Hofton Mill, to where at the Hofton Mill, the family disappeared there. So, yeah. And then you have, the Mad Mug. These, they call themselves the Muggers, even though they don't formally call themselves that, but that they dwell there. And then you found out about the Lindell Barn as well. So, the brothers you've heard about, the Lindell brothers were missing. And basically the priest there, the priest/banker at the Golden Lost Church, confirmed that those were the Lindell brothers. So Mad Mug next, because the sun is starting to go down. It is late afternoon, early dusk.
Hey, everybody! Can I take this feather token? This holly bush feather token?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to take, just feel free to drag and drop it onto your character sheet, and I'll go ahead and I'll split the money up now too. So there you go. Everybody got divided 30 platinum and 10 gold. So everybody got a couple gold. All right, so you guys head over to the. You want to get a drink. You want to check out these muggers, and this small. I don't want to say it's run down, but it's been around for a while. And as you walk up to this place, there is quite a large church on the a porch on the front, to where there's tables and stuff, and you and your party can go out and enjoy a drink or food or whatever, because they serve food as well. And as you start to approach, this place is it's not run down, but it's definitely been there for a while. And as you walk up there are several folks up on the bar, and up on the porch, and they kind of look at you, and they do say that we don't want your kind around here, and you may as well go back.
Oh, he's
to where
okay.
you
He's
came
a
from.
human. He's fine. He's a human. He should be welcome, everybody. And I point to King.
Point to Kane.
Yeah.
He says, well, there ain't nothing here that merits a visit from the likes of folks like you. And he points right towards Kang. And then he kind of snarls, and he stands up, and a couple other guys stand up behind him. And that's what we'll end for today. I just didn't even notice that it was like almost 4:30. So, but thanks, guys. Time flies by when you're having fun.
It's good.
So,
Great game, guys.
yeah, good game, and I will see you. Everybody good for next week?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I'll see you guys next week, and we'll continue on
Thanks, Dave.
at the Mad Mug. Yep. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye, guys. Thanks.
Later.
Yep. Bye, everybody.